Welcome to onSodi.com.
The videos in this course, Raw Processing 201, will build upon your knowledge and skills after having completed the Raw Processing 101 course. We start with 2 video lessons on converting to black and white in the raw processing stage. Black and white conversions are also referred to as grayscale conversions. You can convert to black and white in either Camera Raw or Photoshop. Camera Raw and Photoshop both perform these conversions in a very similar manner. One advantage of converting to black and white in Photoshop is that you can use the color information for more advanced techniques. But at this stage, learning the basis of grayscale conversion is what's most important. Following on, we look at understanding contrast. Contrast is the relationship between tones in an image. Learning to adjust contrast never stops for a photographer, and experimenting with trial and error is the best way to learn and understand contrast. The next series of videos will look at some of the more functional tools in the RAW workspace. We look at the crop tool and its close relationship with the straighten tool. Should we crop in Camera Raw or in Photoshop? That's a decision that depends upon your workflow. If you are only intending to process your RAW files and then use the image processor from Adobe Bridge to output your files, then cropping in Camera Raw makes sense. However, if you intend to use Photoshop with your files, then cropping is best left to the Photoshop stage. Please note that you can always undo a crop in Camera Raw. Continuing on, we will look at repairing image faults. These may be sensor dust marks, which appear as small black dots on your image, or you may wish to remove unwanted detail or clone and replicate. These 2 videos are very important. You can repair images in either Camera Raw or Photoshop, and which one you choose really doesn't matter, but it's best to learn both methods, as there are always different situations in photography, and being familiar with image repairs in both Camera Raw and Photoshop places you in the best position to decide when and how you will repair your images. The final video is the lens correction in Camera Raw. Lens correction is not always necessary, but the Camera Raw lens correction is very powerful and can achieve great results. You can also use the lens correction to change the perspective of your photographs rather than just repairing them alone. In conclusion, remember the skills that you have learnt in RAW processing lessons 1 to 4 and maintain those rules of optimizing your histogram and have some fun and explore the other options presented here in RAW processing 201.